Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about what content we've got left and when we can be expecting it, and how it looks like we may not be getting new Grand Theft Auto Online vehicles for an entire month. We're going to talk about that in today's video and a whole lot more. So yesterday, on Tuesday, March 3rd, Rockstar released the Vapid Caracara, which was a weaponized vehicle in this update, and they also released the Target Assault Race mode. And this was one of the few things that they had outlined on their newswire that they said this was coming on this exact date, so expect it to come out. However, there are still a couple of things that they have not told us when they're exactly releasing. So we still have 3 release groupings of cars left. The next release grouping we're going to get is going to be 3 vehicles featuring the Weenie Issy Classic, the Vapid Flash GT, and the Sea Sparrow. The one after that is a release grouping of 2, which is the Overfly Tyrant and the Vapid Dominator GTX. And the final one is 3 as well. It's the Rune Cherubic, the Dinka Jester Classic, and the Lampadati Michele GT. So to recap, the first group that came out was the Tesseract and the Ellie. The standalone, which we got yesterday, was the Caracara. The second group is the Issy, Flash, and Sea Sparrow. Third group, Tyrant, Dominator GTX. And the fourth, Cherubic, Jester Classic, and Michele GT. Now, apparently, according to FunMW2 and some others, which we'll talk about in a second, there's a good chance that Rockstar could be releasing these week after week after week in the month of April, thus leaving us in the month of May with no vehicles at all. So let's take a look at this tweet from FunMW2, which he put out earlier today. He said, drip feed. He mentioned all the release pairings that I did, Issy Classic, Flash GT, Sea Sparrow, then Tyrant and Dominator, then Cherubic, Jester Classic, and Michele GT. Then after that, he said it's going to be the Target Assault Race Creator, which is something we're going to be able to do. We're going to be able to create our own Target Assault races, just not yet. And then the Race Creator with the Deluxo, Stromberg, and the Thruster. And then the adversary modes, Vespucci Job, and then Trap Door adversary mode. Now, I was a little bit confused by this at first because maybe FunMW2 was just listing things off. And I said, are you saying that during the month of May, they won't release a single vehicle? It's going to be all races / adversary modes. And while he hasn't gotten back to me, it has been a couple hours since I said that. There have been a couple responses that have kind of been agreeing what I'm saying. Michael said it would make sense that they drop all the vehicles in April, discounts to empty our bank accounts and modes in May, then drop another DLC June-ish to make people buy shark cards, never changes. Another user, Brian Bay, said that's what he is saying. That lines up perfectly with the release plans on the Newswire on day 1. And let's actually go on the Newswire and see what Rockstar has said regarding the remaining content in this update. So they gave us a release date for the Target Assault Race mode in the Caracara, which of course came out yesterday on April 3rd. And then the only other 2 dates they've teased is on May 1st, we 100% know what's going to be happening. They are going to be adding 10 new special vehicle races that feature the Deluxo, the Stromberg, and the Thruster. And then we know on May 29th, they're going to be releasing 7 Transform races. That's going to be coming out. And they also said between those release dates, they're going to be releasing 2 new adversary modes, which FunMW2 mentioned, and then new tools and updates for the creator. So according to Rockstar, it almost does seem as if, that's what they're going to be doing. In the month of April, they're going to be releasing all of these vehicles. And the month of May, it's going to be completely dedicated to new race modes and new adversary modes. And FunMW2 is not the only reputable member of the GTA community that believes this as well. Mach 1 Bud said this on the GTA forums the other day. He says, if they aren't skipping weeks, then I wonder how they will handle the month of May. Races, adversary mode, races. With no cars at all, it makes the weeks kind of lame. I guess 1 or 2 of the weeks will have creator updates too, though. So he kind of thinks that it will be the same thing, and that no vehicles in the month of May might be kind of a bummer, which is kind of what I'm predicting as well. So here's how I could see it playing out. Yesterday was April 3rd, and we got the Caracara. That means on April 10th, we would get our next set of vehicles, which would be the Issy Classic, the Flash GT, and the Sea Sparrow. The following Tuesday after that, on the 17th, we would get another release pairing, which of course would be the Tyrant and the Dominator GTX. And then on April 24th, we would get our final release grouping of the vehicles, the Cherubic, Jester Classic, and Michele GT. So we'd be done with vehicles by April 24th. Then on May 1st, that's when Rockstar would be doing the new special vehicle races featuring the Deluxo, the Stromberg, stuff like that from the Doomsday Heist. Then you've got May 8th, where Rockstar could release an adversary mode. The week after that, Rockstar could release another adversary mode as well on May 15th. On the 22nd, they could do the creator updates, allowing us to create our own transform races and our own target assault race modes, stuff like that. And then that leads us to May 29th, when, of course, they would do the new transform races. Or they could flip one of those. Maybe they would do the creator on the 15th or another adversary mode on the 20th if they wanted to split it up. But needless to say, all of that really does make sense if Rockstar were to release all the vehicles in the month of April. If they were to, of course, go week by week. Now, that is under the assumption that Rockstar is not going to be skipping any weeks. If they do, then obviously the vehicles will come out at least in a little bit of a degree in the month of May. But if they don't skip any weeks, there's a good chance that all of them are going to be coming out in the month of April. And of course, not looking ahead too far, but if all the content is done on May 29th, that pretty much opens up all of June, all of July for Rockstar to release, some sort of DLC, whether it's going to be the next one or the final one, whatever the case is. So that right there looks to be the tentative schedule, according to what Rockstar will do for the remaining drip feed content in GT Online. So how would you guys feel about that? In my personal opinion, I really wouldn't like that. In fact, I don't think I'm a big fan of Rockstar releasing 2 to 3 vehicles at a time. I mean, we haven't even hit the groupings yet where we're getting 3 cars. It's almost a little bit too much to handle. I really liked having 1 vehicle per week. The drip feed was slow enough where you could enjoy the vehicle that was released that day, but you didn't feel like you were overwhelmed. And it also didn't feel like it was going to end too quickly. Because if this pans out the way I think, there's going to be the entire month of May where there isn't a new vehicle. In fact, basically after the 24th of April, there's not going to be a new vehicle until the very end of May. And then even at the end of May, we of course know the next DLC doesn't come out instantly. So there's going to be another 1 to 3 week gap between when the next vehicle actually releases. So it could be even closer to 1.5 to 2 months without a new vehicle in GT Online if Rockstar decide to release these new groupings back to back to back. So let me know what you guys would think about that. I'm not sure if I would be the biggest fan of Rockstar deciding to do that. So I really hope this isn't true. I really hope that they, spread an adversary mode out here or there. They save a vehicle release grouping for the month of May, because I don't know if I would want to wait over a month to have a new vehicle to come out in the game. That would just be really unfortunate, in my opinion. All right, guys, quick update to this saga at the very end of the video. I know FunW2 just replied to me. He said, "No, I didn't put them in order. Only the vehicles are in order. I don't know about the release date for the adversary modes and the creator updates." So that's interesting, and it might actually open up a completely another pattern that Rockstar might follow. And it might be one that people might not necessarily enjoy all that much either. And that pattern is Rockstar might actually be skipping weeks for the vehicles. So instead of them releasing back to back to back, all coming out in April, they might only do 1 more vehicle release in the month of April. They might do that first one, and then they might save the other 2 for the month of May. So how would you guys feel only getting 3 more vehicles total in the month of April? I mean, if they were doing 1 DLC vehicle at a time, like they typically do, that would be pretty normal. We would get 1 per week, 1 per week, 1 per week, and then that would be it. So technically, we're still getting the same amount of vehicles, I guess you could say, per month. Rockstar just doing it in a very different way. And there's a good chance that maybe in the month of April now, we're going to be skipping weeks. So some Tuesdays might come out and there might not be a new vehicle at all, which would be a little bit strange and something we've never really seen Rockstar do before. They've always had a vehicle come out pretty much every single week when there's been content available. There's never been a point in time where there's been content left in the drip feeding, but there hasn't been a vehicle come out. So that's always what Rockstar have done. So it's definitely going to be a very interesting next couple of weeks. And it'll definitely be interesting come Tuesday when we figure out what the heck Rockstar is doing. Are they releasing vehicles? Are they not? It's definitely going to be a fun couple of weeks. Anyways, that's all the information I've got for you guys in this video today. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think Rockstar is going to be doing. Are they going to be releasing all the vehicles in April, or are they going to be spacing them out, skipping weeks between vehicle releases, like doing 1 in April, 2 in May, etc.? Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. We like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.